welcome back. It's Monica. I am going to be starting a little reading vlog challenge. I saw this for the first time on TikTok. I forget who it was that posted it, but it basically is a challenge to take your screen time and turn it into reading time. So let's pull up like my actual screen time from last week. Total is down here. 55 hours. Oh God. Well, the election did just happen, so I was using it to cope. But what I think I'm going to do is I am going to take just the social time, so like time that I would have spent on TikTok or Instagram, things like that, and I'll put that towards the time that I'm going to use for the challenge. Last week on Sunday, looking at my time, I had 10 hours of screen time total and just under 9 of social. So that means I should have 9 hours of reading time. But the thing is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the time, because now with my phone, if I make a timer, I can pause it and come back to it at another time. So I think I'm just going to combine all the time together and just have one long continuous reading timer countdown sort of thing. So that way, because I don't think I could fit in 9 hours of reading today, because I'm doing chores, I have to clean a little bit, I also have to go to the store and return something. So I will not be able to fit in 9 hours of reading time today. Why don't I actually try and calculate all of this? So I just calculated it all up, and that's 35 and a half hours. Lord, can I even make a timer that long? No, I can only do it 24-hour long. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I may have chosen the wrong week to do this. I have 2 alarms, or like countdowns on my phone. I have one for 24 hours and another for 11 and a half hours. And I will see how much of last week's screen social time I can use towards reading. And I'll show you the book I'm currently reading right now. I'm halfway through When Life Gives You Vampires by Gloria Duke. So I'm sure I'll be able to finish this with this little challenge. I already have 2 more books that I know I want to read for my library's book club, so I'll try and see if I can read those during this week. But I think because of my flip or flop, while I'm doing those videos, I won't count those towards the reading time. And I'll maybe use that time, like the time for this week, to read with part of my flip or flop, so that way it actually makes me record the videos and post them, because sometimes I forget to do that. But my laundry is currently running right now, so I can't leave the house just yet. So I think I will try and read a little bit, and I will come back to you and we'll see how much time has passed. Hi, it is the next day, and I have read about, you can't see the timer, but about 2.5 hours of my 35 and a half hours. I don't have work today, so I literally just started reading once I woke up. Last night before I went to bed, I finished When Life Gives You Vampires, and I liked it. I'll probably go more in depth maybe in my wrap-ups, but I liked the book. I think one thing that just pulled me out of it was way too many pop culture references, or like real life references. So it was never, let me take my phone out and text my mom. It was, I took out my iPhone. So it was all very specific examples. I don't know, I didn't like it. But now, let me see if I can do this before my camera battery dies. But now I've started on The Wild Robot. I'm 20 chapters in, I'm not that far. But let's see if I can finish this. I was gonna do a time lapse, but now my camera's gonna die. So I won't do a time lapse with this book. So I'll see you when I'm done this. So we're gonna be adjusting this challenge a little bit. I finished The Wild Robot. My camera battery, it was charging while I read it, and then right after I read the book, I actually hopped a ride with my roommates because they were going to see a movie, so I just went and watched The Wild Robot in theaters. And then I came home after and I was doing D&D, and then the next day I was just tired, so I haven't updated at all. So I did start another book after Wild Robot. It is Students First by Paul LeBlanc, who was the old president of the school I just graduated from, or just finished my program with. I haven't fully graduated yet, but I have his other book as well. So when I finish this, I'm going to read this. I'm about halfway done this. And with my time reading, I'm still on the 11 and a half timer, but I've done, oh God, I'm so bad at math. About 7.5 hours of reading. I have other things that I need to do. Like, for example, my graduation is coming up and I wanted to work on my grad cap because I have an idea of what I want to do. And I had literally the other day, at the beginning of this vlog, I said I had to go return something. I returned something at Walmart, and I chose a Walmart specifically near a Michael's to buy things to decorate my graduation cap. So I wanted to do that, and because it'll be stuff that I'm not using my phone for, like I'm working on the grad cap instead of scrolling, I'm going to include this, you know, like, so this stuff in that. So if I do any other sewing related things as well, so if I work on like cosplays and stuff, I will include that too, so I can try and get through this time, because when my roommate comes home today, we will possibly be setting up some things for Christmas upstairs and maybe watching movies. So I may not have much time left today. It is 7:20 in the morning on Friday. The last time I updated you was Wednesday. I have work in 40 minutes, but last night after work, I was able to finish Students First by Paul LeBlanc. Now that I finished that and I have his second book, I'm just going to read Broken, How Our Social Systems Are Failing Us and How We Can Fix Them. I find it very ironic reading these two books after the election. Now, I still need to write reviews for Students First, When Life Gives You Vampires, and The Wild Robot. I'm going to include writing reviews into this challenge because it's my challenge, my video. You can't stop me. And I still have 24 hours. I've only used up the 11.5 hour timer. Probably work on writing those maybe before work starts, as a way to help me wake up. So I'm gonna go sit at my computer and play some music and write some reviews, so that way I can have those done, and then once the reviews are done, I can try to start reading this during work, like during breaks. But yeah, now I have 24 hours to read and finish that timer in 2 days, basically. Do you think I can do it? Yeah, he's purring. He thinks I can do it. I should also put the only reason I'm writing these reviews on my work computer is because my laptop is dead. It's Sunday morning. So it's officially been a week since I started this challenge, and I did not complete it. So I still had basically 21 hours of a timer left. So yeah, 14 and a half hours that I read compared to the 35 hours I spent like scrolling TikTok, Instagram, all of that the week prior. So that's fun, but I mean, hey, I did bring down my screen time. Let's see what my screen time was for this past week when I was trying to get more reading in than not. So last week's social time was 26 hours. Oh no. That was barely anything. That was 9 hours less social media-ish screen time than the week before. But hey, that's 9 hours. I was able to finish When Life Gives You Vampires. I read and finished Wild Robot. I read and finished Students First. I started on Broken. I'm maybe 20%, 25% of the way through. So I'm gonna try and read that soon-ish, but I'm gonna try not to think about the fact that I didn't like complete this challenge. It was just a way to see how much less screen time I can have, which wasn't as much as I thought. I will see you in my next video. A bientôt!